Genius for life. Coconut smoothies coming at you. Hello there. Welcome to episode 75 of 15 Minutes of Genius. We are 3/4 of the way there to big episode 100. So we have an awesome guest on today. I've known this guy for 5 years. We both have the same investors. It's a small investment group out of Arizona that invested both in his brand and Genius Juice. So we have that in common to begin with. Overall, great product, great guy. We'll get into that. Before, just want to make a quick plug for Manhattan Beach Studios, Mark N. at manhattanbeachstudios.net. He is the man that does this entire show. He is the king of the castle. He's controlling everything. He's the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain. I guess this is more of a big wall over here, but kind of like a curtain Oz version. So he's an awesome guy. Make sure to reach out if you want to do your own podcast, if you want photos, videos, all that good stuff. 15 Minutes of Genius is available on Spotify now. So if you don't want to look at me, you can do the audio. So Spotify and also on Apple Podcasts and, of course, on LinkedIn and on YouTube. Just search 15 Minutes of Genius, the number 15. All right, so our guest, Aaron Gailmore, he is the founder of Brass Roots. And also, I have on his LinkedIn profile here, he can get into that, founder of NoFab, which is New Orleans Food and Beverage. I want to hear about that. His specialties include entrepreneurship, business development, which he's excelled at with his brands, food and beverage, product development. Also, he has a rich background in corporate finance, which is valuable when running a business, volunteer work, and nonprofit fundraising. Aaron, how's it going, my man?
Hey, Alex, thanks for having me on, man. And I got to correct you. It's New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Just to make it easy. There you go.
Not New Orleans. New Orleans.
That's right. Although some people, it's fine. Whatever you want to say is totally fine. But it's great to be on, man.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Thanks for being on. We haven't caught up in a long time. Been kind of messaging here and there, texting, LinkedIn, but good to see you. Last time I saw you in person, I think was at Expo West, like 2000. Was it like 1981 or something? 2000. It was like.
Feels like it.
Yeah. Before I was born.
Pre-COVID, and then there's COVID and post-COVID.
Exactly. Those are the time periods. So, yeah, man, you've been, as we talked about offline, among many other things, talking about my personal life, but we talked about your brand, how busy you are, how you have a growing family, and also a kick-ass background. It's your real background, which is something you painted yourself of a simulating a blue sky and kind of a cloud above. So all good stuff. But tell us what you've been up to on the Grassroots side.
Yeah.
Tell us also, you've a newborn as well. So tell us more about personal and business, how things are going.
Yeah, I'm going to start on family. So yeah, we now have 2 kids, my wife and myself. Farah is 2 years old. And then my son is 4 months old. His name's Cooper. Thankfully they're both sleeping well. So that allows me to be an entrepreneur and my wife to work hard too. And as a lawyer. And so, yeah, everything's great. The kids are awesome. As a parent of young kids, and being an entrepreneur at the same time, it's all about time efficiency and using time effectively. And, cause you have very little of it, unfortunately, but yeah, it's just, they're the best things in our life. It's just amazing. So that is awesome. And then, Brass Roots, we're expanding and growing. Thankfully, we kind of launched our Sancha Inchi products in late 2019, but for all intents and purposes, it was 2020, which was a pretty hard year to launch product lines of any sort. Retail was basically cut off, any new retail opportunities. So it was all e-commerce, but it kind of forced us to think through our e-commerce strategy, and we put all the right pieces into place. So that part of our business has grown really well and grew throughout COVID, and now that we've emerged somewhat from that pandemic. We've launched our all three of our product lines: our organic Sancha Inchi butter, our roasted organic Sancha Inchi seeds, and our high protein crunch puffs in sprouts. Farmers markets nationwide, and then also our crunch puffs just launched in Wegmans. So growing, it's been fun. It's great. We have some new investors, and just loving representing the healthy snacks industry from New Orleans.
Definitely. And you and New Orleans. I'm going to keep practicing that. New Orleans.
That's right.
So
That's right.
I haven't visited New Orleans, I'll say it again, for quite a long time, but I need to come back there. It's just an amazing city, like it just breathing with life and vitality. So let's get into Sancha Inchi because,
Yeah.
you know, I think 5, 6 years ago you were Super Eats, and it was more about
Hmm.
one type of segment, and then you've really
Yep.
doubled down at this point. I think tripled down on the
Yep.
Sancha Inchi seed, and how
Yep.
great that is nutritionally. The taste is amazing. I think it was a very smart move. But tell us more about what your thought process. Why Sancha Inchi?
Yeah.
How are consumers receiving it? Because it's still relatively, in the grand
Oh
scheme of
yeah.
things, relatively unknown, right? And for mass America. So tell us more about how there's more awareness, why Sancha Inchi, and what are the benefits.
Yeah, I originally fell in love with this seed. Really, the nutritional profile was just like shocking to me how excellent it was. I love peanut butter, and I was always kind of looking for some way to make an equivalent, but that was sort of like a souped up equivalent. And the Sacha Inchi seed was this a perfect substitute. It's higher in protein, higher in fiber, and it's a high content in terms of omega-3 fats. So just really well-rounded macronutrient profile. And so I started experimenting with it several years ago. Really, when you and I had first met, and making a butter out of it in my kitchen, and and then eventually realized, okay, not only is it really good for you, but it actually solves some other problems for people, namely the fact that it's allergen free, but it's really a perfect replacement for a peanut or an almond and any other tree nuts. And schools now are basically banning any peanut products altogether. Airlines are doing the same, and then it's starting to slowly move into tree nuts as well, and any almond products. So we've got, in addition to helping people with nutritional or other dietary restrictions, things like IBS. We can also help families who are needing to purchase some substitute for peanut products, and they can kind of simultaneously give their kids and themselves something healthier for them. So I eat my Sacha Inchi butter in the mornings. Like I'll put it on yogurt as kind of an extra protein source and fiber source, or I'll eat it straight up. And then I'll eat the seeds on my salads as a salad topper, and then I'll eat our crunch puffs, throughout the day, just kind of as a hold me over snack. And so that's kind of where the opportunity lies, I think, in both the nutritional perspective, but also the allergen free nature. So yeah, we're pumped.
Awesome, man. Awesome. I think like just the seed just tastes really good. I mean, that's like,
Yeah.
like anything that you launch, the nutritional benefits, macronutrients, they got it, they can be really good. That's a side benefit, or I mean, arguably a main benefit. But the big thing is, how does the product taste? And is it something that someone who's never had it before, that loves peanut butter or almond butter or whatever, can actually like it? And I was shocked how great like the product tastes just in general, just the
Yeah.
nuttiness of it. And you're definitely right. I'm starting to see, these seed-based products crop up all over the place that are
Hmm.
saying,
Hmm.
no nuts, no this, no that. We pride ourselves on not having any nuts. Coconuts is not a nut; it's a fruit. For anyone out there wondering, I have to answer that question at least 4 times a day. So, but it's really great, taste profile. So, distribution, Sprouts, I saw it in there. What is
Hmm.
doing best out of all three? Like, what do you see as your main scale driver? Because you have three different product types and three different areas of the store at times. What is doing the best so far?
Yeah, the crunch puffs are definitely the kind of the product that anyone can eat and enjoy and like. I think that's the product that's kind of part of it is there's less consumer education involved in that kind of product, right? People walk down an aisle, a salty snack aisle. Um, it looks familiar. It's a higher protein version of stuff that they like. It's an kind of an easy sell and it tastes really good. So that product, I think without a doubt is going to be our leader, over kind of through the end of the year. Um, we're working on some other stuff that I think will compete with it. Totally different part of the grocery store and snacking experience. But that's kind of our leader overall. And then the more people dig in and if they have allergies, for example, they're going to going after the butter or the seeds themselves.
Yeah, chips is becoming a really, I mean, like 10 years ago, I would never have chips ever. I'm like, they're
Yep.
just filler. They're not good. It's just all taste. And then even like Cheetos, Doritos, to me, they're crap.
Yep.
But in the last like 5 to 7 years, there's been a shift in all these like healthy, functional chips. And that's really what
Yep.
yours is. It's like more functional. It actually does something for you. It gives you the protein, gives you the fiber. So I think you're like hitting this wave, which is really, really great. It wasn't there before with Super Eats. It was a little premature. But in
Hmm.
the last like
Hmm.
2 3 years, you're seeing all these brands crop up that are going into the functional salty snack aisle. So I think your
Yep.
timing is really, really good. What are your, and I think probably Tom Malingo will be the most interested observer to hear your next answer. I think you already know what I'm going to ask. What's your plan for scale? Right, right now you're in Sprouts, Wegmans. You got some great retailers under your belt. What are you going to do to get to that next level? And what do you want to do with the company, right? Do you want to sell it eventually? Do you want to keep it long term and grow it into a, EBITDA strong company down the
Hmm.
road? What's really your goal here from a more of a just company management,
Yep.
view?
Yeah, for this year, we're all in on Sprouts and Wegmans and doing well in those two retailers in terms of the retail channel, and that's it. I've done it before, with Super Eats where we went into too many at once, and that's a dangerous game to play, and it doesn't end well. I think we have three product lines in Sprout stores, and so that's really exciting because they're all kind of different products. So we can market to people shopping in Sprouts and likely find um, many customers who at least want one of those products. So I think that sets up for a pretty good business model in terms of marketing and growing those retailers. And then we're going to keep growing our e-commerce, our direct to consumer business. That's my favorite business. Direct relationships with the customer. I can email any of them and thank them anytime I want, ask them for feedback, things like that. I much prefer that business overall for that reason. So we're continuing to grow that, and ultimately, I view that as the core of our business. We want to be a company that people are subscribing to, right? And getting multiple products, and they're filling their pantries with grassroots products on a monthly basis, and they're direct with us. That's what I see as kind of the long term business model here. um, I don't really, I at some point I need to support my family for sure with this business, but I try not to think too much about selling because we both know this. If you start thinking about that and trying to grow to some number in some period of time, you're going to forget that it's just loyal customers that you want. And you want to, treat your customer right, get loyal customers, and that'll create whatever success you believe, right? So, I think that's how I view it.
100% agree. I think there, a lot of entrepreneurs have an end game, but not letting the
Right.
end game distract you from the journey and distract
Right.
you from what really is most important, which is like you said, loyal customers, people that love your product, and they go back to a Sprout store, twice a week, 3 times a week to buy it over and over and over again. And that's how you're going to get big velocity and big growth with your company is one customer buying it 1,000 times versus 1,000 customers only buying it once.
That's right.
So it's all about that velocity. So I'm going to ask you, and I think just also to comment on Sprouts, not to plug Genius Juice too much. I'll do a very quick plug that but it's really more of a Sprouts plug that we launched in Sprouts nationally. So just like you in the beverage aisle, right? So no direct
Mhm.
competition there, not yet. I'm just kidding. So I don't plan to go into coconut chips. I'm already battling in the fridge. I don't want to battle on the dry shelf. So, but we got an opportunity to launch our plant-based protein line in Sprouts nationally, along with our top seller original. And Sprouts has been great. Great retailer. They've supported us in promotions. They've given us planogram in every single location across the country. Very well organized. Product is on shelf in like 98% of all the stores. Sometimes it's blown out, but it's quickly refilled the next day. So great organization, and we're super proud, as you are, with the partnership. So, question I have for you, right? Because a major competitor, right, to Sprouts is Whole Foods, right? And we've talked about this before offline. Uh, and again, these are hard questions. I'd like to ask these on these podcasts. Why have you not gotten into Whole Foods? What's happening there?
Mhm.
What is your plan to get in? And with the news that everything is centralized now, so everything is
Yeah.
now going, it's probably to your advantage. You don't have to go region by region anymore. What is your plan to approach them? What have they said in the past? It seems like there's been it's taken longer than you've wanted it to get in there. So what's happening there?
Mhm. Yeah, good question. We're actually sold our Sacha Inchi butter and our seeds are both sold in Whole
I think we
Foods in
lost your
Louisiana.
audio.
Hmm.
What we can do is,
Can you hear me?
yep, I can hear you now. What we'll do is just respond to the question again, just like
Yep.
pretend I just asked you.
What did you hear, Alex? I everything came through for me perfectly. What's going on?
I saw his mouth moving, and then there was no audio, so it's probably my feed.
Okay.
So anyway, just pretend I just asked it, and go ahead.
Yeah, that's a good question. We actually are sold in Whole Foods in Louisiana with our butter and our seeds. The plan there is pretty simple: is to show that we can grow our sales in those. It's only 7 stores, but show we can grow them there, and we have loyal customers on our own home turf. Um, and I think ultimately prove that we can scale that across many other stores. So they've announced, as demos are opening up again, which is amazing for small brands like us. So we're going to definitely be doing a demo program. We've got some other off shelf programs planned. So really, those 7 stores, it's kind of a perfect playbook. Show how successful you can be in a smaller scale, and then bring that to corporate and say, look, check this out. We're an innovative product. We're new. We're the only ones doing Sacha Inchi snacks. And this is the kind of customer base we can create in your stores, and then scale it from there. That's the plan for Whole Foods.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely. And
yeah.
you're in a much more advantageous place than, let's say, a year ago. Number one, you have more brand awareness. Number two, you have different product lines which are diversified for different areas of the
Yep.
store to help build your brand and build awareness. But also, a year ago or even 3 months ago, you would have had to go region by region until you get,
Right.
for anyone watching or listening, 4 regions of Whole Foods will get you a global status, and then you can go from 4 to national. So now, like what Aaron is saying, you can build your story in one region, do really well, and the national buyer can say, you know what, this is the next big thing. Sacha Inchi has a following now. I could see this doing well anywhere in the country. So I think you're actually in a better place to get a national launch in Whole Foods than even 3 months ago. So it's a
Right.
good thing. Yeah.
Agreed. Agreed. Yeah.
So, what else? Any other innovations that you have down the pike? We're running out of time, but I'm curious. Any more chip flavors? Any more butter variations? Maybe one tip I have, because I'm just a chocolate lover, is I
Yeah.
was eating. I mean, it's hilarious to even mention this. I was having the Sancha Inchi butter with a huge chocolate bar. I bought both from
Uh-huh.
Sprouts, and I was just like put the butter on top of the chocolate, and I ate it, and the salty sweetness was amazing. And I'm a runner. I run 10 to 15 miles almost every single day, so it's like that energy plus the protein. Are you considering
Yeah.
doing like I can't remember if you have this yet, but like a chocolate infused with Sancha Inchi? Just a question and a request.
That's an interesting thought. So we're working on another product that is basically what you're talking. I mean, it's not really what you're talking about. It's a chocolate flavored bar. So
Love it.
it would be
Love
essentially,
it.
yeah. Yeah.
Very good.
Yep. And that's the product that I think I think it offers up an easy way to try Sacha Inchi. People are used to trying new things in a bar form, to
Yep.
be plant-based protein, really good for you, perfect running snack, right? Running fuel. So yeah, we're always working on new stuff. I always have to the thing is Sacha Inchi seeds, if I wanted to today, I could launch like 10 other product lines. There's just so much to be done with this. And so I always have to pull myself back. We're already a little bit over skewed. But anyway, yeah, it's good idea. It's sort of working on it.
Okay. Will this sort of working on it project be making its way into a certain national retailer that you're already in anytime soon?
We'll see. We'll see. Um,
Well
yeah,
played.
rhymes with, we can play that game. Rhymes. No, that's the hope. That's definitely the hope.
Right on.
Yeah.
Well, and if it's refrigerated, even better because the refrigerated bar space is like, growing like crazy. So anyway, this is all just kind of consumer feedback. I would love to see a chocolate infused like Sacha bar, and I'm glad that you're working on it. So I'm glad I nailed that. Good stuff, man. And you nailed it too, most importantly,
You're
what
hired.
consumers. Yeah, there you go. I'm head of your innovation team right there. Spot on the spot hire. So and I'll do it. I'll get paid by Sacha Inchi. I don't need money. So
That work. Okay, I got plenty of it.
all right, so let's get into our next segment here, which is called Rapid Fire Questions. Rapid Fire Questions. All right. So, you had your Sacha Inchi for today with those good omega-3 fats for supported brain function. So, you'll have no
That's right.
problem blowing through these. So, here
Great.
we go. In Sync or Backstreet Boys?
Ooh, Backstreet Boys, easy.
First thing, it's funny, the last person said easy, In Sync. It's like everyone, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like both depending on my mood. If I'm, yeah, I think In Sync is more poppy. Backstreet Boys is more just, I don't even know what I'm talking about. All right, next question. First thing you do when you wake up.
Ooh, that's good. Drink a bottle of water.
Nice.
Really
You got
boring.
so you
Sorry.
got you got bottles of water near your bed, like right when you wake up. You just like reach for
I
it.
actually do. It's sitting right next to me.
Love it.
Yep.
Is it already pre-opened so that you don't have to
No,
like?
it's not. It's
Okay,
it's not. Although sometimes it's a big jug with a straw sticking out of it. So yeah,
love
in
it.
that case it is. Yep.
Stay hydrated, my friend. All right,
That's right.
movie you can watch an unlimited amount of times.
An unlimited amount of times.
Yeah,
Ooh, The Departed.
love it. Jack Nicholson, pretty much every big actor on the planet.
Yeah.
Song you can listen to an unlimited amount of times.
Ooh. Let's see. Let's do Over the Hills and Far Away, Led Zeppelin.
Yep, love that song. All
Mhm.
right, so favorite sport to watch.
Soccer.
Right on. You should. I think I'm going to connect you with a team that would love your product. It's a professional soccer team, and the guy's amazing. He's like one of the players, been there for many years, and he loves Genius Juice. And I know this would be like a perfect snack for them.
Love it. I'm in.
Yep. So I'll get you that intro right after this email. Zoom, Microsoft Teams, or Google Meet?
Google Meet.
What is your spirit animal?
Whew, I like that. Monkey.
Monkey. Window seat. Love it. It works on so many levels, man. So many levels. Window seat or aisle seat on an airplane?
Aisle. I like to interact with people and easy. I go to the bathroom too much, you know?
Right on. Is it from the fiber and the Sancha Inchi? No, we won't go there. Window seat.
It's the water. It's the water.
It's the water. It's so funny. This question here is really kind of a effed up question for you. Peanut butter, or this is like for everyone. Peanut butter or almond butter, or neither. So I'm sure it's probably neither. It's going to be.
Oh, that's a hard neither. Yeah, you can add a third option for your future guests.
Got to do it. That would be a sponsorship though. You'd have to pay us for that.
Okay.
I'd be like peanut butter, almond butter, or, and then have like the jar in my hand. Brass roots Sancha Inchi butter available and at these stores below. There it is.
Nice work, Mark.
Very smooth, Mark. All right. So omnivore, flexitarian, vegetarian, or vegan?
Omnivore.
Cold weather or hot weather?
Hot weather.
LeBron James or MJ?
Oh, MJ. Gotta go MJ.
Love it. We had someone on. I'm going to put her on blast. It was, my brain's not working too well. I need to get more genius juice. But, Madeline Hadley. And when I asked her the question, LeBron James or MJ, she's like, LeBron James or Michael Jackson? Like, let's go to the next.
MJ.
Yeah, she's like, still MJ. All right, ginger or turmeric?
Ginger.
Favorite food or drink if you're stuck on a deserted island, you cannot say brass roots and you cannot say genius juice?
Ooh, okay. Let's go with, oh man, that is a good question. I'm gonna go with we'll do mango.
Mango. Good one.
Strong.
It's a good fit.
Strong.
It's a good fit. Grows right off the trees. You got to be in the right geographic area for that island for the mango to grow.
Right.
But I'm sure you thought that through. You'll pick the right island.
Yeah. That's right.
All right, so that is rapid fire questions with Aaron Gailmore from New Orleans. Brass roots.
Yep.
Sancha Inchi. And available at Sprouts nationwide, available at Wegmans store-wide, and Whole Foods Louisiana. I'm sure many more stores to come. And, man, so thanks for being on episode 75, and appreciate you staying up later than usual. Actually, it's not that late, right? It's like 6 or 7. No, it's 8 your time.
7.
Yeah, it's pretty.
7.
It's getting there. So, but thanks again, man, for being on, and congratulations on all your success, and I'm cheering for you, man.
Thanks, Alex. You too. Likewise. Take care.
You too, man. All right. So that, again, episode 75 in the books. Aaron Gailmore. Make sure to go to his website, order the product. I'll put the link in the comments box. I think it's just brassrootsfoods.com. Anyway, I probably screwed it up, but it will be in the comment area. Mark, let's add that in later. Let's get that address in there because he can't do it on the spot. It's too much, but maybe he can. I don't know. So anyway, 15 minutes of genius. Thank you again. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcast. We're on YouTube and LinkedIn. Most importantly, LinkedIn. Big plug, Mark Nicholas, Mark N. ManhattanBeachStudios.net for all your editing desires. There it is. Make sure to reach out to him. Mark, I want you to add your email in there as well because I keep on saying it and I just slur right through it. So people need to know your email. So thank you again. And one last thing. Stay Sancha Inchi and genius, my friends.
Genius for life. Coconut smoothies coming at you.